Hey, you guys. So we have a case that happened on November 29th, 2020, but the parents were finally charged on November 19th of this year. Now, it is stated that on November 29th, 2020, the mother, Natalie, and the father, Maurice, and this is Maurice Sr., they did the unimaginable. It is stated that their 13-year-old daughter, Malachi, and their son, he was 12, Maurice Jr., were stabbed and decapitated by their parents in their family home in Lancaster, California. Now, it is stated that they also had two younger children. They were 8 and 9 years old at the time that this happened, and that they had to view the deceased bodies. It is stated that they confined the surviving children to their bedrooms without food for several days. Now, it is stated that there's no update on the two surviving children, but this case is wild. As I dove into this case, I did see again on the 19th of this year, 2025, they were charged with first-degree murder with special circumstances, as well as felony child abuse. Now, as we go through this, it is stated that the two bodies were only found because there was a potential gas leak that was reported at the home, but that's not how this case also gets kind of wild. Now, Maurice Sr. was a personal trainer and he was doing Zoom sessions with his clients and he just stopped showing up to them. And they thought that was a little weird. So, with it being COVID, they called in for a wellness check too because they're like, what happened to him? We're paying for him. He's not showing up. He was showing up all the time. And they went out to the home and that's when they found that this was a homicide. They found the children and it was quickly that these parents were arrested. Now, on December 3rd, when the police went to the home, that's when they found the children unalived and the other children in the home. But it wasn't until the next day that the father, Maurice Sr., was actually arrested. And what's wild about this is the mother wasn't even a person of interest in this case until later down the year. Now, she was arrested in February of 2021 in Tucson, Arizona. She moved, she was arrested there. Now, both parents are going to be sentenced on January 13th. And from what I can see right here, I'm going to read it to you. It says that both face life sentences in state prison without the possibility of parole, along with consecutive sentences of the 6 years and 4 months due to the child abuse stuff. Now, from what the judge said, that this was a monstrous act of cruelty that shattered an entire family. Two children were brutally murdered and their young brothers were left to live through the imaginable horror. These kids were left there to look at their siblings and they had no food, no water, nothing for days. Now, I will be following this case and seeing what they get sentenced on January 3rd, 2026, and I'll bring you guys along with me.